Good morning, children. Today we are continuing the sample paper discussion, and it is the fourth sample paper I am sending for class 10 of biology. The biology code, and the science code is 086, and in this there are 15 questions normally coming. 12 to 15 questions are coming in the biology section. Biology section or biology questions totally we can see 28 mark. Okay, 28 for biology, 26 for physics, and 26 for chemistry. So 2 mark extra for biology. And in this part, we are going to discuss some of the questions that are important and that can be asked in the forthcoming examination. So this sample paper is based on the 2021 model. Okay, right. The first question is this: what do the following transport? Pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, and phloem. Everybody knows pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein first. Pulmonary vein is the first vein that only vein that carry the oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. So pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood from purified blood from lungs to the left atrium. Okay, so you have to remember that is the part of the what we say the pulmonary circulation. Okay, right. Now the pulmonary artery. All arteries carry oxygenated or pure blood, but pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood or impure blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. So right ventricle to the lungs. Pulmonary artery is the only artery that carry deoxygenated blood from the pulmonary from the right ventricle to the lungs. And pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood. In the lungs, the blood is oxygenated, in which carbon dioxide is diffused into the lungs and oxygen diffused into the blood, so that the blood is purified. Okay, that purified blood is carried by the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. So this circulation we call pulmonary circulation. You know, double circulation means pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. I told you pulmonary circulation from the right ventricle, the pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood into the lungs. And from the lungs, oxygenated blood is carried by the pulmonary vein to the left atrium. That circulation is called pulmonary circulation or double circulation. Okay. Now, phloem. Everybody knows phloem carry the prepared food from the leaves. From the leaves only the phloem work start, because in the leaves what is formed? Glucose is formed. Glucose is a monosaccharide. That glucose soon converted to sucrose, a double sugar, okay, or disaccharide, which is almost stable form. So such a stable sugar, that is sucrose, it means that two glucose plus glucose molecule together form a disaccharide, that is called sucrose. This sucrose enter into the phloem, by active transport, okay, by using the energy in the ATP. So from the leaves, the sucrose diffused into the or transported actively into the phloem. So inside the phloem vessels or phloem tube, the sucrose will be accumulated. It means sucrose is a salt or solute. It means that the osmotic pressure increases. That osmotic pressure draw up water into the phloem and thereby forming a solution. That is what is very, very important. And from the high pressure, this area is with high pressure, and the soluble form of the sucrose now move to the low pressure areas like roots, plants, stones, flower seeds where they are stored. So this is what is very important. Okay, so you have to understand phloem transport, food from the leaves through the sieve tubes and companion cells, particularly sieve tubes, and this is due to pressure difference. The movement of the food or sucrose through the phloem is due to pressure difference from high pressure region to low pressure region. That means from high pressure osmotic pressure to low osmotic pressure region for the storage in two directions, upward and downward direction. Now the second question, write on common features for the following. Glycogen and starch. Glycogen and starch are the storage food, energy reserve in organism. Energy reserve, glycogen and starch. So glycogen is energy reserve, energy storing substance in the animal's body, whereas starch is the energy reserve material, energy reserve food in plants. Okay, it is very important that both starch and glycogen are really formed from the glucose. Glucose is the final product. Glucose in the liver. Glucose inside the liver is converted to glycogen. Okay, and gets stored in different parts of the body. Okay, starch is also made up of glucose. Starch is also made up of glucose. That is stored in the plant body as energy reserve. Now arteries and veins. Arteries and veins are the similarity and difference I want to tell you. Arteries and veins are the blood vessels that carry the blood. Okay? Both arteries and veins are connected to the heart. To the heart, you can see on the right and left ventricle, right and left atrium or auricles, veins are connected. To the right atrium, vena cava vein is the largest vein connected. At the same time, the pulmonary vein is connected to the left atrium. But arteries are connected to the ventricles. To the right ventricle, pulmonary artery is connected. And to the left ventricle, aorta is connected. So, arteries, both are arteries. Aorta is the largest artery, So, arteries are connected to the ventricle and veins are connected to the auricles. Okay? And both carry the, blood. When the heart pumps the blood is carried through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. And from the left ventricle through aorta, the blood is pumped to all body parts. So we have to understand these features of the arteries and veins. Now third question, explain the major events that occur during photosynthesis. We have discussed many times. Photosynthesis, first step is that the light energy is absorbed by the chlorophyll molecule present in the chloroplast. The next, we can see chlorophyll molecule absorb the light. In the presence of light, water molecules split into hydrogen, oxygen and electrons. And the carbohydrate, the third step, carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. So we can say simply three steps. First step is the light reaction in which chlorophyll molecule present in the granum absorb the light. So absorption of light energy by chlorophyll molecule present in the granum. Okay. Now the second step in the presence of this light energy. Light energy is used up for the formation of ATP and NADH. Second step we can say an additional point. So light energy is in the light reaction. What happens? The ATP and NADPH or NADH2 are formed in the granum. And also in the presence of light, the water is split into hydrogen and oxygen. So we can say water in the presence of light split into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen. Along with this, electrons are also formed. Hydrogen, oxygen and electrons are formed. This process is called photolysis of water. In the third step, we can understand that carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. So, 3 steps you got it. Chlorophyll molecule absorb light energy. Second step, the light energy is used up in the splitting of water into hydrogen, oxygen and electrons. And also the water helps in the formation of H2. You know, hydrogen helps in the formation of NAD2 reduced to NADH2. NAD2, NADH2. Reduction of NAD to NADH2. Okay? Oxygen is the byproduct that will be coming out. Okay? Right. Now the third step, carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. Carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate. For the reduction, we can see that hydrogen and oxygen is used. Okay, right. Now fourth question. Write one similarity and difference between regeneration and budding. Regeneration and budding are asexual method of reproduction, in which the organisms formed by regeneration and budding are exactly genetic similarity to the parents. The new young ones, as regeneration and budding are asexual method of reproduction, these two are involved in the production of the offspring which are genetically similar to their parents. That is the similarity. And the difference you can see, regeneration is the process whereby the many organisms like Spirogyra, Planaria, earthworm, lizards, all these organisms regenerate or regrow the lost body parts. So regeneration is the process of regrowing of the lost body parts. Okay, what is lost, that will be regenerated. That is the unique feature of regeneration. But budding in Hydra yeast, the bud-like or bulb-like outgrowth is formed. Bulb-like outgrowth is formed by mitosis or by what we say cell division. Repeated mitosis, we can say. So many buds can be formed by repeated mitosis. And the buds initially no similarity with the parent body. They grow gradually and separate from the parent body, become a new organism. So there are many differences and similarities. In regeneration, only the lost body part is regenerated. Okay, that you can see in what we say Planaria, Spirogyra is a type of regeneration. They split the body into different species, and each piece can regenerate into the full organism. Okay, lizard tail only lost, that will be regenerated. So only body organ which is lost, that will be regrown. But the repeated cell division or repeated mitosis takes place only at the point of the lost body parts. At the point where the body part is lost, their repeated proliferation or cell division results in what is called regeneration blastema or regenerative mass of cells. That will regrow and modify, differentiate into new complete organism. But here in budding, we can understand that by repeated mitotic division, the bud-like outgrowth or bulb-like outgrowth is formed. That will modify and form a complete organism from the bud. Okay.